My 3 essential pieces of kit for your home workout. So right now we are stuck inside. We can't go out and train with more than one other person. So a lot of us have been forced to have to exercise at home, okay? At home without access to a lot of kit, at home without access to treadmills and cross trainers and bikes and gym kit and swimming pools and tennis courts and everything. And I want to tell you how easy it is, show you how easy it is to put together your own little home gym and get really effective home workouts in without hardly any kit. In fact, I think all you need is 3 pieces of kit. So the first piece of kit that I would recommend as an essential for your home gym would be one of these. A kettlebell, okay? If you've never seen a kettlebell before, it's basically a weight with a handle, okay? It's a weight with a handle, and my recommendations for getting a kettlebell are that it's made of cast iron, not one of those plastic ones, because not only because the quality isn't that good, but also because generally they're made of plastic and you tend to get splitting and ridges down the handle here, which isn't good for when you're going to be working out with it in the long term, okay? One of these, if you get a decent, semi-decent, it doesn't have to be, you know, top dollar. I know that they're a little bit more expensive right now, what with demand rocketing, but if and when you get hold of one of these, this particular one is 𝗪𝗏 Fit, who are, as at time of filming right now, doing free delivery as well. If you get a good one, it's going to last you a lifetime, an absolute lifetime. So imagine how much use you're going to get out of that compared to that gym or studio or class that you never use anyway, okay? So my first tip for putting together your own home workouts, home gym even, is to get a kettlebell. And you want, ideally, in an ideal world, you'd have 2. One which is relatively light in order for you to train with and get the right technique with something like a kettlebell, because it's heavy, okay? And you want to practice so that you can use it safely before you then move on to something heavier, which is actually going to help you to get an actual decent workout out. Not to say that you can't get a decent workout with a lighter one. This one is 8 kilos, but it's got to be relative to your current level of fitness and your experience with something like a kettlebell. So if you're just starting out, I would recommend something along the lines of maybe something like anything from 4 to 6 kilos in weight. If you're just starting out and you want like a training prop, a training tool, and then if you want some a good old workout, anything from say 8, 10 upwards. I use a 12 or a 16 for you boys out there, but for you ladies, when you're first starting, I would say something like a 4 or an 8 to get used to it, because there is potential for a lot of bruising and stuff like that as well when you first start, before you get used to it, and then you're shifting the weight so that you don't get bruised and stuff, okay? So let me put that down. That's the first essential piece of kit, a kettlebell. If not a kettlebell, then some kind of weight, because we want some kind of weight to weight train, right? We want to ultimately get you regularly lifting something heavy safely and putting it down again, right? And my recommendation is to do that 2 to 3 times a week to get that heart rate going, to really work and challenge the body, challenge the muscles and the joints and the bones and everything else. And you can definitely do that with a kettlebell. So the second piece of essential kit is a mat, like a gym mat or a yoga mat. All right, a semi-decent one will be anywhere between 20 to hundreds of pounds, whatever you want to spend. But you want it to be so that it's going to soak up any dings and stuff that you're going to be doing onto the floor otherwise with your kettlebell. And it's also there to absorb some of the shock if you're jumping around. And it's going to be hopefully non-slip as well, so that, say, kitchen floors can be slippy, carpets can be slippy, you know, kitchen lino, whatever it is you're working on, it could be slippy, so get a mat down. And it's also a bit more comfortable as well if you get one that's, you know, at least, say, at least 1.5 centimeters thick, so that if you're lying down and doing floor work and whatever, it's more comfortable than lying on maybe concrete floor or hard floors and stuff like that. So that's the second piece of essential kit, a mat. The third one is a timer. Like, there are 1,000,000,001 different timers you can use out there, but this one, you can even just use your phone if you want to, like there's a timer on there. But having a timer just helps because we're all busy. I appreciate that we're all busy, and you want to just get your exercise in. You may not have, you know, a 45-minute chunk of time in your day to do a whole workout, but maybe you've got 4 or 5 minutes here or there. So you use a timer, you set that time as to whatever interval of work you're doing, and then you get to play with how intense you work during the time that you give yourself. You get to play with how much rest you give yourself, and you get to play with how long you actually work for as well. Okay, so they're my 3 pieces of kit. 1, something like a kettlebell. 2, a mat for your own comfort, especially for things like floor work. And 3, some kind of timer. With those 3 things, you can get a great workout, if not better than what you could have been getting down at your gym class or studio and stuff, depending on who was helping you and how hard you were willing to push yourself. Okay, so they're my 3 tips. And I guess a bonus one is, if you want to make the exercise even more effective, join something that is going to hold you accountable. Join something that's live. Join something where they're going to coach you, as opposed to you just pressing play on something and potentially being able to just pause it and walk away and not finish the whole workout. Whereas if you're doing something live, then you're in it. You're in it with other people. You've put skin in the game. You're going to work harder than you would if you were by yourself, and you get the competitiveness, you get the fun of working out with other people. And albeit, you know, it's on screen and whatever right now, but we're making the most of this time that we have. So they're my 3.5 tips for the essentials for your home workout: a kettlebell, a mat, and a timer.